a special address by Ms. Anju Gaur, who's a senior water resources management specialist at the World Bank. She would be talking about the role of development banks in promoting technology adoption. Anju, may I request you to put your camera on?
Thank you all again. And as I said, I've really enjoyed past. So let me just show you how we work and how we really are partnering with the country to really go forward using geospatial technology. Just to give a quick glance of our presence, especially in water sector and the disaster sector. So we have like almost more than $4 billion of investment with India through different domains. If you look at water resources, which is almost 2 billion, through these three central projects, National Hydrology Project, as we have heard from two speakers, our two eminent speakers, Atal Bhujal Yojana, which is recently launched last year, and the dam safety, which is going to be now in a second phase actually. And so it's again a very long partnership. In fact, National Hydrology Project and dam safety are coming with almost 20 years or more than 25 years of a partnership with Government of India. And I will be sharing a glance of about National Hydrology Project. In terms of irrigation, majority we do with the states. And currently, of course, his portfolio is small, but otherwise in the past, frankly, it used to cover almost 30% of the bank portfolio, if I were to say. And now we have a large portfolio on sanitation as well as on water supply, and also on the disaster, actually. There is quite a big portfolio on that. You all are aware of National Mission for Clean Ganga. So Ganga, as you know, the bank has been also partnering in their big mission, Swachh Bharat mission, and of course, looking at a rural and urban water supplies. So this is how in a water domain, how we partner. How do we work, basically? So I think the way we see ourselves, in addition to funding, it's not only money. It's about having a partnership. So we really work, as you know, very closely with the client and provide them implementation support at different stages. Secondly, we kind of offer global practices, exposure to the connection to the global practices. So we have even, big exchange program, South-South exchange program or intercontinental. And this is where having access all over the world, we try to introduce what are the best practices across. And of course, India is now also on the giving end. So taking India's practices elsewhere as well. Thirdly, having a model of flexible and, addressing to the dynamics need of the project. So frankly, whichever the project director has figured out, how this can be utilized, they really, go far flying. Either I know many times people have a reputation, oh, bank has said we cannot do this, we cannot do that. No. In fact, it's rather on the contrary, we are very flexible when we see that this investment can rather be met by changing from X to Y. And this is where we go. And you just heard Surveyor General, how actually he has been one of the best kind of ambassador, or, he used like one of the bank projects as a stepping stone to really move forward, test new technology, and then go forward. So this is how I think it's a proud moment to share when, when Surveyor General Sir was sharing, how he has kind of transformed. Coming to how bank is looking at geospatial technology, in fact, only in last few years, the bank has its own World Bank Geo platform now, which has a repository, and frankly, it is to serve the preparation of the project, looking at the safeguard, and kind of coming up using, and here they have partnered with all big partners, Google, Esri. So all the big players, they have partnered, and this is how they have been continuing to go forward. Even our data lab has partnered, not only these three, like many big service providers in terms of a satellite and other players, in order to really serve the client as well, so that we can serve the best practices. And also now, because of the cloud computing, there is no limit. I mean, this is where the platforms can come into offering. We have our own, this is hydro, informatics, which is compiling all the information from different sources. And this is where, again, helping the client as well as the task teams to go forward and plan. This is another initiative we are also partnering. This is, as you know, GeoGlow's ECMF, WF streamflow kind of a national water model, which was earlier introduced in USA, and now it has become global. And this is where we are in different regions. We are working with different countries to really, kind of make it more accurate with the actual data, because this is based on global data only. Coming to now, some of the specific projects. National Hydrology Project, which I'm personally managing. And as you know, the aim is to serve platform for one water data. And this is where it is across India. And in fact, some of these, our big central organizations are really helping to bring the national products. And NRSC, Survey of India, CWC, of course, CGWB, CPCB. So all these central organizations, even National Institute of Hydrology, they're helping to, bring applications and also guiding the states technically. And as I said, it's a long-term partnership of more than 25 years. This is where, because such things are not so easy, and this is where we all have been going through. Again, to give a quick snapshot, what National Hydrology Project is about. It is about data generation, I mean, from the in situ, and of course, using all the high-end technology, satellite-based communication, or the mobile-based communication to acquire the data. And of course, as majority, India Virus is the ultimate aim, where the entire data will be shared, and the remote sensing applications are also. This is just a quick glance of India Virus, as is continue to be revamped. And this is where the Ministry of Jal Shakti has gone forward with all these 4 pillars, with the policy, with the institution, and of course the financing, which is as a grant, coming as a grant to the states in order to really reach to this vision. And of course, then they have their unit, which is continuously guiding technically, and also, as you could see, or also lots of national technical products are coming up to enable the environment. This is just again a quick glance. The first thing is, even just today now, many states have started integrating their data. And as we speak, almost 82,000 stations are already integrated with the central platform, and NHP is targeting to fund real-time data for more than 14,000 stations across the country. Remote sensing knowledge products, I don't need to repeat now, which recently directors have shared it. So this is what NRSC and agencies are participating to generate remote sensing products. Similarly, especially on the reservoirs, the project is going both ways. Remote sensing, which NRSC has developed this platform for monitoring the reservoirs with respect to wetted area and storage. Then large-scale bathymetric survey is also going on. States are really conducting. I think in the beginning, one of the speakers was sharing how the reservoirs can be monitored. So this is where NHP is supporting large-scale, because we know we are almost at the verge of losing 25% of the reservoirs capacity. So we need to know, so that you can plan, and then also the sediment management plan can be worked out. Similarly, on the barrage and the bathymetric surveys, so all these being kind of supported under the project, and states are really taking care, working on it. Survey of India, as we know, I will not repeat. So this is where NHP has supported in developing all these improving or modernizing our GIS measurement in the country. So survey, again, thanks to Survey of India, they are now they are providing really range of products: 10-meter dam, 3 to 5 meter dam, and even 0.5 meter. So this is we are really looking forward to such projects which will be helpful in flood, inundation, and mapping, and also in looking for being ready for to see where the water availability is and how the catchments are behaving. This is another thing which is coming up. We are showing up by collaborating with international organizations how you can have a long lead flood forecast based on the multi-model. So this is where we have a kind of a got ready for Ganga and Brahmaputra, which is of course yet to be put in practice, but this is where the systems exist. Just to take you on a micro scale, to share one quick example how we work with irrigation projects, and how we enable the environment for transformation, introducing the transparency in the system by using GIS technology. And so this is West Bengal, as you know, and this was a project on minor irrigation to serve in rain-fed area. And this is where it has, of course, as we know, bank goes through the communities, then you do the construction and also we provide agriculture support services. So this full system was targeted based on the characteristics of the field using the GIS technology. The project using Google Earth Engine, they frankly have been tracking now each and every field. This is how they are targeting their interventions, even for 1 hectare or 2 hectare, where exactly they should be going, where the rain-fed area is, identifying the rain-fed area, and then monitoring the impact on that benefited area. So this is how they have been working on, and working with the communities, as you can see. So they would take the map, work with the communities, and work out, where exactly and what kind of interventions should go, and also grading using GIS technology to grade different water users associations, and creating a healthy competition among them, and also using this tool to incentivize. Even for planning, we know like construction of ponds, they ensured that it had enough catchment and it had enough flow. This they made it sure by using online GIS tool. So it was a standardized procedures, even to sites where the check dam should be. So it was being monitored on an online GIS tool, and with the using standard design practices, this is what they have developed. And so this was a big game changer in the project, in reducing the cost by 1/3 and ensuring that their schemes are going in the right place. And this is how regularly they have been monitoring. And this is what we nurtured, whatever it is required. You need mobiles, you need GPS, DGPS, whatever you needed. This is how project stayed dynamic to serve to their needs. So I think this is all I'm trying to say is how you can monitor the impact and all. So same thing for major irrigation. How do you use the technology to schedule irrigation? And so I think what we are saying, I'm saying like we keep it flexible and try to serve to the client, and that's I think the message. And as I say, transparency may be the most disruptive and far-reaching innovation to come out of social media. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for giving us such a good overview of what the World Bank is doing and how it's leveraging technology. It's really been interesting to hear the kind of innovation that the World Bank is investing in, and the industry looks forward to working with the World Bank for all the national development programs related to water sector. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you.